Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name's Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energy frequencies to you guys, beautiful viewers. If you're returning, welcome back. I so appreciate you very, very much. I love you guys very deeply. And if you are new here, welcome to the channel. And I hope this reading will resonate for you guys. Now, this reading is timeless. So that means whenever you clicked on this video, however you found me, I do believe this message was intended for you, beautiful viewer. Although I am posting the next day after the blue moon, super moon here in August. It is September 1st. So happy birthday to my September Virgos. It is my birth month. So I am absolutely excited to share the energy with you guys. Now, how are you guys doing after that full moon? I do suspect the energies will slowly peter out, but I do believe it is heavily, heavily charged with a very intense energy for those of you guys who are going over certain things that are deeply impacting you on an emotional level. So hang in there, beautiful people. This reading will be one there to kind of help and maybe confirm a little bit of what's going on in your mind in this full moon, heavy contemplation. What should I do? What shouldn't I do? How am I seeing this right? So we'll ask Spirit, of course, because this is always from Spirit, what you should continue to do, continue to invest in, continue to engage in. What should you continue in regards to energy? And then what should you stop? So what should you stop engaging with, stop doing? Put an end to in regards to energy, of course, and then what should you start doing? So what should you be empowered to do? What can you do in order to put you on the greatest, highest path of your highest self here, okay? So we will look at that for you guys. This is a pick a card. For those of you guys who've been here before, you know the drill. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 is the Night Sun Tarot. And then pile number 2, we have the Murder of Crows. Pile number 3, we have the Shuffle Tarot. I decided to use the cards instead of the boxes this time, so you guys can take a look at the pretty backside, but use your intuition to feel what it is you're drawn to energetically. If you are drawn to more than one pile, that is absolutely fine. Just means there is multiple messages here in the frequencies I'm tapped into that are all resonating for you. Again, use your intuition, because that is going to be how you can connect it back to yourself. I am just communicating the energy that's sitting here. All right, so 1, 2, 3, the timestamps will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. Feel free to pause the video, although I will leave the video running for you to just focus on this. And then when you're ready, select your pile and I will see you at your pick. Hello, pile 1. I don't know if I call this the Sun Moon Tarot. This is the Night Sky Tarot. Or Night Sun. Oh my goodness, Night Sun Tarot. Here's the, I don't know what I called it, but this is what it is here. So if this matters to you, it's Night Sun, not Sun Moon, if that's what I called it. And Sun Moon is interesting. That's divine masculine, divine feminine energy. And then I said Night Sky, so that might be significant. I don't know. I don't know what I called it, but either which way, you picked pile 1. You're here for a reason, and you're drawn to the energy here in this deck. So what are we doing here, beautiful people? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the energy here in regards to the frequency in which Spirit is wanting you to continue engaging in energetically, what Spirit wants you to stop or pull away from, and remove yourself from whatever that is that's going to come up here, and then what Spirit is saying for you to start doing, or where you can get empowered for you to take action or head towards a certain direction. We did see there the 5 of Wands, I believe. Okay, so either which way, if it wants to come out, it will. We are asking Spirit, in order for me to tap into this frequency, shuffling does take a little bit until it feels absolutely right. I'm going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1, Spirit. Please and thank you. I am so, so blessed. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message And thank you so much, pile number 1, pick number 1, for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed and grateful. Thank you so, so much. All right, now this is still not feeling completely right. Just give me a second to... I just need to shake out some of these energies here. Okay, so I am feeling a little bit different than I have been in the lead up to the full moon. It's been quite heavy here in the head space. I've been very charged leading up to the full moon, and then the full moon hit and I felt like I was catching a head cold, and everything around me seemed to be moving kind of in slow motion, or very, I don't know, quiet. So let's see. Spirit, pile 1, what should they continue doing? What should they continue engaging with? What do they need to continue with energetically? Thank you so much. We have strength. Wow. Wow, pile number 1. We have 5 of Cups. Okay, keep going. And we have Justice. Now, it's interesting because I always read these cards as traditional tarot cards when I do read them. However, I took the time to read the book, and a lot of these cards are not standard meanings, which I find interesting, and they lean in on the pictures because, I mean, 5 of Cups, is this 5? Yeah, this is 5. Okay, so 5 of Cups, for example, you know, we're looking back on a situation with sadness. 3 cups are spilt, and 2 cups are standing, and the person has their head down in shame, regret, remorse. Like, look at this 5 of Cups. I mean, 3 cups are up there. They're leaking somehow, and this guy looks like he's sneaking away with 2 cups. Like, he's sneaking away, and I don't know. He's kind of looks a little bit 7 of Swords to me for some reason. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't remember what the book said in regards to the 5 of Cups in this sort of thing, but I do recall looking at the pictures as the descriptions, and the pictures did intuit however the book was coming up with. So I think we should look at these pictures together. Let's look at them together, because your intuition is going to override my intuition, but I'll tell you what I see here because I'm picking up an energy. And remember, this is what you're supposed to continue doing. Pile number 1. We have the Strength card here. Okay, so kind of traditional here, where you have someone trying to kind of control this or tame this lion, which takes a lot of courage in order to be that person who has their hand kind of in the mouth of the lion here. So I feel as though there is something here that you are potentially holding yourself back from, which is traditional tarot, right? With the Strength card. So you're using your willpower, you're trying to control yourself. I do feel as though there is something to do with controlling emotions here, okay? Because right after that we have the emotions, which is the Cups here, and it looks like someone who is more intentional here. And it looks like someone who is trying to intentionally do something here, or create some sort of outcome here, and intervene with something, or stay on top of something, or take charge of something here, or despite fears, or despite what may happen here. I don't think this person is fearing anything. It doesn't look like this person's fearing anything. They look very intentional here, like they intend to do something here, and are pretty confident despite what may happen, but they're waiting for the right time. Okay, so I don't know if this is what you're getting from your intuition. I keep blathering about, but do look at these, and if something jumps out at you, then run with that. I see lilies, and lilies are all about peace, sensuality, maturation here, and I mean, the Strength card can speak about the beast within us that might be very passionately wanting to pounce here in a primal way as well. So, and all the red here on the fingers and on her half, I don't know if that's a her or him, but that's red as passion to me. And all this jewelry, or yeah, this is a woman. This is a woman. Okay, so I do feel, and it doesn't matter if you're a woman or not a woman, but this is like the feminine side here is coming out, maybe trying to control the beast within, like trying to be more tapped into the feminine. So you could very well be in your primal energy here and having to control yourself But I do feel as though this comes with a lot of emotions here, and I do feel like somebody here is purposefully in a Seven of Swords energy when it comes to the emotions, and that is the Seven of Swords is that of you know, maybe just playing your cards close to your chest, or not revealing the complete truth, or trying to do something that might be more self-serving or under the radar here with nobody seeing. So it could be quite deceptive here. And it looks like this guy, who's looking a lot like Brad Pitt here in the desert, is filling this cup up with whatever's coming out of this cup. And it looks like he's filling it up, and then he's ready to leave or something, or like take it and then bolt with nobody seeing. Okay, and look, the halo. So it's like pretending to be good, but I have a feeling he knows what he's doing is not good. Okay, so I feel as though this message is coming through quite strong. There's a need here to control yourself and maybe what you, because this is the continue, okay? So I feel as though you are in an energy of holding yourself back from maybe a way of being here where you might have been, or where you were considering doing. Filling your own cup here, okay? Being a little self-serving here, despite maybe other people here who are also emotionally involved in some way. So at someone else's emotional lack of control, maybe, or someone else's emotional investment at the expense of someone else's emotional investment here. We're kind of being a little selfish, but I feel like you're holding yourself back from that, okay? And maybe in the past you have been, or maybe you're considering to do this, but I feel like what Spirit is saying is continue to control your primal urge here, and be confident in your ability to not have to go down kind of this sort of a path here, you know, being in one energy but then doing something else. So we might be, again, you don't have to take it literal, but maybe we're appearing one way to ourselves, even that we're doing something good, or we're telling ourselves that we're it's out of the goodness here, but we know deep down in our subconscious maybe what we're doing is maybe not that stand up, you know, like filling our own cup in some way at the expense of someone else's kind of misfortune here, I feel, okay? And then maybe saying, well, this cup was overflowing anyway, or this cup was blah, blah, blah anyway, but it's like, then why so sneaky? Why so fill it and go, you know? So I feel as though, yeah, there's this heavy energy around this, okay, because peace, so it's like wanting to be peaceful in a situation, find some sort of peace here, and to lean in on the confidence here and the ability to hold your primal urge here in some way so that you can bring balance in a situation, okay? Now, look at this card. How... like the scales are here and they seem balanced, but look at this little ball, okay? So either there's like an air machine here holding this ball up, so it's constantly floating and the scales stay balanced, but there's something imbalanced about it, kind of, because there's still something in that space that at any point can drop, and then this now is imbalanced. So I feel what Spirit is saying is there's something here, I feel, that could drop at any time, and that's when this person removes their hands from the lion's going to pounce here and be up to shady things here, in which is going to cause a state of imbalance in a situation. So I feel like you want balance in a situation, like you want to be fair, you want to be just, you want to do the right thing. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel as though you're really having to control yourself, especially when it comes to emotionally serving yourself in some way, when it comes to filling your own cup. So this is important, because how do we fill our own cup? We might have to find a different way, because right now, whatever it is that you're holding yourself back from is maybe something that you know is not the proper way to fill your own cup. And I don't know, he's hanging on to another one here. Like, was he going to fill 2 cups and then go? Does he have, I say he, could be she, but does he have another cup here in order for him to go somewhere else and fill that cup? And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, why does he have 2 cups himself and now he's filling one? Is he going, what's he going to go do with this one? Is he being greedy here? It feels like there's reserves here as well. So he's used to going place to place, filling up his own 2 cups here. Okay, so I'm getting another message here intuitively. Sorry, I don't normally read tarot like this, but this is what this is coming out. But what I'm getting is the 2 of Cups generally comes from 2 sources of energy, 2 people coming together. The 2 of Cups, right? It's a give and take. It's a balanced thing. One person exchanges energy, the other one receives it and then gives energy. And it's kind of like this thing that I did on my hand. It's like a back and forth. It's an even distribution. It's a good flow. It brings balance, justice. People are happy because they're giving and taking and receiving. In this instance here, he has 2 cups. So is he in some sort of deceptive energy to himself in which he's not allowing someone else to come with their cup and then him be vulnerable with his own cup being empty and then allow the natural flow of fluid, if you will, right? Emotions, whatever it is that 2 people engage with each other. One gives, one receives, and it happens naturally. I feel like this person is too fearful to have someone come in with their own cup. So he might be telling himself that he's in a 2 of Cups, although he's the one in control of the 2 cups here, when the emotions can kind of come and when he can fill it and run is kind of what was coming to me here. So it has the perception of the 2 cups being exchanged, but one person has absolutely no control here, where somebody is controlling both when the cups can give and interchange, as long as this person here is fulfilled with their cup being full. So continue not to do this, because the continuation is, I feel you're in this energy. I feel you're in the energy of knowing better, and this is maturing. You know, this is somebody who is doing the self-work here and holding themselves back and understanding what it is to control themselves and understand what is good for them and not, and then use their willpower to be able to do this. And sometimes they have to face fears, and sometimes they have to be in a confident state that in their ability to do this and trust themselves that they can find a different way than they always have done. Because I feel like he's looking here. He's looking at the balance, because I feel he wants balance in this situation. He wants it to be just. So I feel like his heart's in the good place, but all he knows up until this point is, all I know is that the 2 cups feel good, and I have 2 cups here because that's all I've known. So now I'm going to fill it. But it's like, well, maybe if he looks, he might realize that he only needs 1 cup, and his cup is empty here. So the 1 cup is his own true cup, full, and whatever he's engaged here with will bring their cup. And then it's this, like I said, this give and take, which brings balance. But we can't find balance when we're filling cups from other people who are, you know, who might be just around here, and it's a convenience to this person, and it's out of this person's control, and this person just controls kind of what's going on there. So continue to be in this energy. Pile number 1. All right, that was deep. Let's take a look at what you should stop doing here, okay? What should you stop doing? Well, certainly this one was coming through because it's not bringing the balance I think you want in a situation, or the justice you're trying to find here. So we do have Leo and Libra coming through quite strong, which could be in your chart, your person's chart, if you are dealing with energy around you. If you're dealing with multiple people, then that could be their energy as well. So let's see, what should you stop doing? What should pile number 1 stop doing? Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest, highest good. So we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the King of Cups in reverse. And we have the 6 of Cups. Well, let's do the same thing here. Let's take a look at them. So stop. Okay, Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, traditional meaning. 2 people come together to work together here. That's the traditional meaning, being able to cooperate. In the reverse, it's like somebody who is non-cooperative here. So I feel like the message here is coming through quite strong with the stop. It's like stop being kind of like the person who is unable to cooperate and work together. Now let's take a look in the upright of this image to see what's going on. So it looks like almost like a blame shifter I'm getting here. Like, you know, who spilt the milk? That person did. He's like pointing to the side, like I didn't, that person did, right? Is kind of what I'm getting, like some sort of blame shifting here. And it is in reverse. So I feel like maybe somebody who used to find excuses, reasons for maybe why things were not working or could not work together with other people, because this is about collaborating, working together, coming together, building things, creating things together. It's cohesion with people that can work together and build things together. Excuse me. And it's in reverse. So I think that the attempt or whatever was going on here, I still feel it never really worked. And so I feel like somebody had to blame someone else or an external thing. They didn't have to be they were blaming another person, but they were blaming or using something else around them as the reason why things didn't really work together or could flow and work properly together. So I think there was a true belief from this person that the reason things couldn't cohesively work together, and maybe there was never really an attempt, but there was a genuine, here's kind of the reason why things might not gel or cannot develop here in this situation or the circumstance. And in reverse, I feel like this person is no longer blaming external things, because I think this person is learning, okay, this person is learning here with the energy that other things cannot impact how this person shows up to energetically pour of whatever energy they can into a situation. That comes from within. They have the ability to do what it is that they can do. And if they don't allow themselves to do this, then they'll never really know what it is they could build. And I really feel like in this energy, this is somebody who never allowed something to come out energetically from within themselves to see what it was that they could build. It was somebody who showed up and then said, I can't because of this. So I'll give an example. I feel this energy is like, let's say this person got contracted to go on site to help build something. So they show up and see the willingness is kind of there. It's like they show up. It's not like they said, nah, I don't work with people. They show up, they're there. And then the person, contractor, or I guess who contracted them as a contractor, says, hey, okay, so we're going to build the frame here. And then this person says, well, I don't have tools. Or it could be this person left the tools at home and he's pointing at someone else. Or for whatever reason, I'm here, but there's something here that's enabling me to do what it is you're wanting me to do. But I think this person was kind of reactionary, because I do feel as though in this energy that I'm getting here is where they showed up. There might be a bucket of tools here, and little did they know, the person's like, well, you don't need it, it's here. So get sweaty and start getting to work and build that frame. So this person like, so I feel like this person was pointing at all reasons why they could not, should not, have not, did not, whatever it was. And they truly believed, well, I'm here, right? But this is a valid reason I cannot. So they are now in the energy of the contractor who didn't pick up the tool and do it, even though they had the ability to, because I feel the environment removed any sort of falsities that this person had, or they gave solutions to all the reasons this person could not. Okay. And now they're in this energy where it's like, well, the true reason was this person did not want to build that frame for whatever reason. Okay. Could have been fear that they had to face, could have been whatever, but they thought they could show up. They thought they could do it. And then when they made all these excuses not to do it and the person removed them, this person then potentially got stuck. So they ran, and now they're in the energy of not cooperating, because it's like, well, you have solutions and answers to reasons why you can, when this person just is not. This person just is not now doing whatever it is that they were saying they were gonna do, could do. I really would if, right? Like it's that type of person who knows their safety nets saving them from maybe doing their deepest fear. So they just say, I would have had it not been this, this, and this. And then you remove all that, and then they're like, oh shoot, now they kind of have to do it, because if they were being honest, that those were the reasons. But now I feel like this person is not doing what they said they'd do. Spirit is saying stop this, because I feel like there's a need to address this, okay? There's a need to address this and stop being like this. And I feel, again, it's around emotions, because the King of Cups here feels deeply, loves deeply, okay? He has emotions here, and the King of Cups does not know how to engage with these emotions, let alone express them. My phone is ringing. Give me a second. Hi guys, sorry. Yeah, so when my phone rings, usually it's confirmation what I was saying here. Now, I noticed you pick one. So this could be predominantly your energy, okay? Because this is something you're supposed to continue, stop, and start. So we might not even be seeing this about ourselves here, okay? And I'm saying this person, I don't know if this is an energy around you. Right now, I'm only picking up one energy, and you clicked on this. So this is your energy here, okay? Or heavily energy attached to you, and you're not pulling through. If you feel as though this is not your pile, just take a look as a neutral party here, and where maybe this is speaking to you in a way that, because I truly feel this person isn't on purpose saying all of these reasons because they know that they really are too fearful to do, you know, the framework here or whatever was asked of them. I feel like this person really feels as though they were going to do the framework here, but we're using all these reasons. It's like deep down in the subconscious, there was this like, this thing here that this person wasn't recognizing about themselves in some way until all of that was removed. And now they're left kind of having to face this thing here. Okay. So, yeah, I just wanted to make that clear, because I don't know if you're saying, well, this pile is not me. Well, this is the energy that I see, so, or that I'm feeling here. So King of Cups, like I said, feels, you know, but doesn't quite know how to express that sort of emotion here. And look, he in this imagery, he has his hand kind of saying stop. The halo coming up again here. Okay, this was in reverse. So how I'm seeing this thing is like it is still tied to emotions here with this energy, and this person might have been required to, I mean, you're not really forced to do anything, but in the situation, circumstance, there was a requirement in this situation and circumstance in which this person was supposed to involve themselves or engage themselves in some way that would make them have to do what it is that they need to do here with emotions. And I feel like this person is now pulled completely away in this sort of reverse King of Cups, because I feel the situation robbed them of all these excuses and things here of what's going on. Okay, so what this is doing is keeping something kind of floating or on pause in some sort of way, because I feel like this person genuinely had a reason to show up here, right? Had a reason to build this framework, but I don't think they realized once they got there that they were going to be the ones that come up with a million excuses as to why they could not, because I feel like there's something here that speaks deeply to this King of Cups. Now, you might be resonating with water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is the nostalgia card. This is something that speaks to our soul. This is soul recognition on a deep level. This is a person and a place and a thing of the past that we're connected to, because it feels like home. This could be a friend from home, our soulmate, a soul tie from a past life, but it is something very deep to the soul here. And I feel like there is some looking back maybe now, okay? So there's a looking back in our mind here, because this is all about nostalgia. Now we're looking back on a situation. And we could be in the energy here of looking back and taking note of how we I don't know, I guess at the point where we were doing this, like not removed, but where we were showing up kind of maybe making reasons why we couldn't or whatever, but we're looking at this kind of as a memory in our mind's eye here, okay? But I'm feeling this feminine energy coming through now, which is not the same energy I was feeling with this energy, the guy with the halo, and I feel this is the same type of energy, although here he has hair, here he doesn't, but it doesn't really matter. All I know is that there is like a person here who this situation was calling for this energy to work with. I do feel like both of these are coming from the same spot. Like this is the person of the past. This is the situation, had somebody here from the past here, or the soul tie or the soul connection or the soul mate. I feel like these two people are cut from the same cloth here. And I feel like this person is kind of on the outs here. Like, look at this imagery. This guy's filling his cup here sneakily. This person isn't so sneaky, and they're filling their cup, and they only have one. Now, what does she have on her back here? A bunch of cups with lids on them. Interesting. Okay, so this message is an interesting one. I feel like there's two people involved here, and I don't know which you are because, again, like I said, I was only picking up one energy. Now I'm picking up two, so you could certainly be around an energy like this. But like somebody here had two cups, is filling their own, was wanting control here and of emotions, or how they could get emotions from a situation here, in which the natural thing to do would be to come in with one cup vulnerably and, you know, come in contact with someone with another cup, and then they would go and they'd give and take. So I feel like this energy here is solo, filling their own cup. And what this is filling their own cup with self-love. Because I feel this person, clearly their cup is empty if they're filling their own cup. And I feel like they're at the point here where they're filling themselves up. Okay, they're filling their own self. They're focused. She looks very focused on self-love here. And look at all these other cups here with lids on them. So I feel as though, and she's carrying this around, I feel as though there is a baggage, an experience here of 5 times over, if not more, in this depiction. 5 times over, where this person could have been encountering, you know, the one who was making all these excuses and had to leave with empty cups here. Okay, so now this person's like, you know what, I'm going to go take this cup and fill my own cup. But these have lids here because I do feel as though all of these attempts never filled this person's cup. Like all of these attempts to try to build the frame and call in the contractor, and the contractor did nothing but excuses, and now the contractor's fucked off for whatever reason here. So now this person's like, well, I gotta do this frame, but in order to do the frame, I gotta go get the right tools. Or the whole point why this person was getting a contractor was because they believed they couldn't do it, or else they would have just built their own frame. So filling their cup up, first step, self-love, focused on self-love, giving themselves whatever it was that they need in order to get to the next step. Because all of these attempts, although she's carrying it around her back here, because I think she's not forgotten, or I think she's experienced this, she's having to fill her own cup in an ethical way here, because I feel she's standing up. She's standing tall. She's filling her cup. It doesn't feel sneaky at all. And it's also not coming from other cups here that are dripping pain, right? It's coming from, look at those fresh water. It's coming from the heavens. So it's like a natural filling of cup. It's supposed to come nice and clean and fresh. Like this is almost giving me, because you are sly and sneaky, not you, but whatever this energy is here, sly and sneaky, thought he was getting whatever this is and got a bunch of oil. But by the time I think he ran away, because he's not even looking at it, he's about to drink it, he realizes it was a bunch of oil and gunk. It wasn't pure heavenly water here, because the only way to get pure heavenly water into the cup here, as we know, is from self-love, to be able to give it to self. And then we could do the balance, give and take here. So this is an interesting energy I'm getting here, and I feel like the stop message is coming through as stop you know, maybe having all these cups here, all these attempts here, with the contractor here who's just unable to, or at one point made excuses and then left the scene, and might come back again because it's 5 attempts here, right? Only to result in no frame, and then you having another empty cup with a lid on it, like time to do this. So I think this person is looking at doing this, and the universe is saying stop with trying to get this contractor to fill another cup that never got full. And I'm also getting a mixed message here. This contractor, because that's the energy I'm predominantly tapping into here as pile 1, is stop doing this in a way that is impacting or getting in the way of this energy filling their cup up with the heavenly water. There's a need to address this type of an energy and to stop doing whatever this is, because I feel like this energy is a cycle here, and I feel it goes from this to this. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I feel like this is what happens, and this is why we have all these cups here. Okay, we have all these cups because this energy keeps showing up saying, I'm ready to build the frame. I'm ready to, I don't know, give my love. I'm ready to be this King of Cups and share emotion, or whatever this is with the emotions here. And then when the person says, okay, we'll build the frame here, and they says, but I don't know, my thumb is sore, or I don't have my hammer, or whatever reason. And then it goes through this, where it's like, then the contractor leaves site, because if you can't build the frame, like, what are you doing here? Leaves. So then you have said person like, okay, I'm going to have to, I guess, go get my hammer then, or I'm going to have to go learn what it's like to cut wood at a 45-degree angle. I don't know. Whatever this person is doing here, is this person's learning something here that's not going to be happening overnight, I feel. But whatever excuses is going on over here, then this person goes and is continuing something here. Eventually, this person's cup's going to be completely full, and this person's going to come in saying, okay, now I'm ready. Whether they are or not, I don't know. And this person is going to say, well, I already know how to cut at a 45-degree, and I bought my own hammer. Because of the time it took with these ups and downs, I was able to fill this up now. And look, I have all these cups. So I feel like this person, this other energy that I'm feeling here is, there's something they need to stop doing. And I feel it's, why hang on to all these cups with lids here? Okay. There's a need to focus on getting that clean, heavenly water here in self-love, giving self-love here, being accountable, and having the empowerment to do it themselves here. Okay, give themselves this emotional thing, not get the contractor, and you don't need the contractor. Maybe felt you needed it, and maybe it's the process here of maybe you just really didn't know how to cut wood, right? Like, I mean, some people just don't know it. So how do we do it? Well, we got to look it up. We look up how to cut wood. We watch YouTube. We do whatever it takes here. Okay, so this person, stop maybe carrying all of these cups, being engaged with a contractor who just keeps shit in the bed here when he shows up on site. So this is an interesting energy. It sounds to me like somebody who is in a situation with some other person here, which I feel both parties want to build something. Because clearly, I mean, this person is dedicated to building that frame. And this person is kind of fearful, I fear, here at a deep subconscious level. And keeps blaming things that they are consciously aware of as reasons why they could not, or did not, or cannot do something here. Okay, so let's look at start. Let's look at the start energy. Pile number 1. These readings are very interesting. Let's look at the start energy here. What should pile number 1 start doing here? What should they start doing? Thank you, spirits. We got the 5 of Swords in reverse. We got the 4 of Wands in reverse. And we have 8 of Cups, and it is in reverse. Okay. Start. Let's see. Well, Five of Swords, conflict, and it could certainly be where we're sabotaging. It's this type of an energy, okay? Because the Five of Swords, it generally involves other people. Yeah, we say things, we do things here that we regret later, or where we're doing something here thinking we're winning. We say something here thinking we're winning, right? Like, here, I showed up, I'm building a frame, I'm gonna win. And then I say I don't have the proper tools, because that's a valid thing. I don't have tools, so therefore I can't, right? And then the person says, well, here's all of the tools you need. And then they're like, that's sabotaging, because they still don't do it. Because if that were true and they were handed the tools, then they could just go and do it. So they truly believe whatever it is that they're saying here is the reason they cannot. I'm not going to beat that to death, but that's this energy here where no one wins, because the frame still never got built. The person here who thought they really wanted something here, or else why did they show up? You know, they got to ask themselves, they got to do a little bit of this courage, strength, and do the deep looking at why this behavior is even happening here. Okay, so start looking at that. Start getting out of this energy. Start getting out of this self-sabotaging, conflict energy. Causes nothing but conflict, confusion with other people. And this headspace, this guy's holding his head because look, this one sword's coming down, and this is the one sword of truth, because I think the truth is coming down heavy. Okay, I think whatever happened here, I think the truth is now finally clobbered this contractor in the head here with some sort of understanding that I don't think this contractor likes. I think this contractor does not like it, because it's painful, and sometimes the truth is painful here. But out of this truth, like, I see vines kind of growing. So I think there's a new life. Look, there's another little green vine here. It's like slowly spring, slowly there's growth here because of the fact that the truth kind of is now revealed in some sort of way, at least to him. Okay, and then I see the Two Swords here, which is giving me Two of Swords, and that's indecision, going back and forth, not being able to go one way or another because we're stuck. That's the, being at an impasse. That's not deciding to do something, although we know a truth. We sit idle here. So Spirit is saying, what do we want to do? We want to get out of that idle state, out of that impasse, okay? We want to get out of that state. And here, the Two Swords, and now they're crossed. So that is where two people, or whatever, the situation has two different things that can't coincide together. Like, it can't be red and also black, like, together. Like, it could, but I mean, then it's not red nor black, right? Like, there's two things here that cannot coincide. It can't be nighttime and daytime at the same time. I mean, in theory, if you believe in multiple timelines happening all at once, then it could. But you know what I'm saying. These two things cannot coincide. I cannot be at California and in, I don't know, Alaska at the same time. Like, I got to pick one or the other here, and it causes an impasse here, okay? So there was a feeling of impasse, two things not coinciding. And then there was knowing a truth. This is so interesting that I'm reading this way, you guys. Oh my God. Yeah, all my viewers are going to go, they're like, what is Linda reading? This is what I'm getting. The fucking contractor comes, okay? And then he says he has no tools. I'm using this analogy, and that is the truth once the person on site says, here are all the tools. Boom. Right in the head here. Okay, so I have no tools. That's these two coinciding things. I could build your frame, but if I have no tools, I can't build it. That's true. That's like an impasse. It's a cross. I can't build it with no tools. True. Person says, here's your box of tools. Boom. Now this sort of truth hurts. And now it's like, indecision, because it's like, I can't, now the tools are there. So I can't say I don't have it, but I can't build the frame. And I don't know why. Why can't I not build the frame now that I have the tools? Because like I said, this person really doesn't understand the reason why they're throwing things out there as to why they can't. But now it's like, well, you got the tools. I took away your reason you couldn't. And now you're indecisive, hence going in this backwards mode of remove, right? And I have a feeling this has happened multiple times, like I said here. Every time I see like circles here, it gives me kind of Wheel of Fortune, cyclical things that happen repeatedly. We have these little pentacles, cyclical things here happening. So start getting out of whatever this state is, because I feel like every time this has happened, I feel like there was a bit of growth here, because there was always a lesson here that was learned. There was a lesson learned. And even if we repeat the same thing in different ways, so maybe this was, one experience with the frame, and maybe at another point, this contractor was called to the same person's house and said, can you help me put the shingles on this roof? And then this person shows up and said, yeah, sure. And then they show up and they said, well, I don't got a ladder, or whatever the thing was here, the tool to make it happen, or the thing I need. And then the person came out and said, oh, you're just in luck. Here's the ladder. And then this person's stuck with the truth, and then they don't act, and then it's reversed. So remember, stop this. Start getting out of whatever this self-sabotagey, I can't, and really sit with whatever the truth is here. And I feel like all of these instances had a little bit of a lesson or a growth here in it. Okay, although those stories seem very, very similar, it's still a different set of circumstances in which there was learning or growth here for this person. Okay, but I feel like, I mean, how many times, right? And look, this person's completely dirty here in the filth. And it is drawing me back to these lotus flowers that grow in the mud and the filth. Okay, and look, this to me looks like this, this lily. Or it's not a lily, what are these? Yeah, lilies, the white flower here of, and lily is peace, and lily is, like I said, sensuality, experience. Okay, yeah, someone experienced, I feel here, that has gone through experience. I feel like every time this has happened, this person, I feel this is the same person here, okay, as they want peace, they want to build the frame, they wanted to do the work, they want some sort of justice, remember, they want this peace. But I feel like in order to do that, there's a painful process here which they're getting really dirty, and I feel like it's a much needed process here in order for them to blossom, in order for things to be learnt and grow here. Okay, yeah, I do feel that. So Spirit is saying, start getting out of whatever this state is, being empowered to acknowledge truth, start recognizing the growth, and actually learning from that the lesson here seems to be repetitively in the same house, right? Like, it's different situations and circumstances, but the lesson, it all stems back to the same thing. Like, whether you don't have the ladder, or you don't have the hammer, or whatever the thing is, it's like the root reason is that this person still didn't end up doing whatever they said they would do once they got a solution to it. So there's a core thing here of why they're unable to do the thing. And Spirit is saying they're going to have to start looking at what that is, honestly, no matter how much of a headache they get, or how much they're, you know, in pain about it. Because I feel as though this truth is bringing some sort of anguish in a way. And it's interesting, I don't see heart, I see mind. So maybe they're thinking too much about what this truth could mean. You know, but maybe there's a need to not be in the mind about it, because remember, the start, what they're supposed to start doing is, this is in reverse. So this is kind of the energy that this person is encompassed in this whole storyline. So it's like, start getting out of whatever anguish this is. So next card here, we have the Four of Wands, and it was in reverse. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. Four of Wands, union, coming together. This could be the marriage card, community, and it was in reverse here. And this looks nothing like the Four of Wands. I see the same vine on one side, and I see one side with the heart. And like I said, this was more mind. This, I feel, involves the heart and the growth that has been learned in these lessons. And look how close the heart is to this vine. Okay, interesting. So the heart has made its way past whatever little box this is, and it looks like there's little, you know, this looks like guarding energies here, but I feel the heart has been there, maybe has always been there, maybe it was guarded in some way, or had to push past whatever these guards were. But the lessons here and the new growth has barely made its way in there. So there couldn't be a coming together here fully of the lessons learned in the heart space here. But I think that's where it's headed. Because this vine, as anyone who has vines, the vine's going to grab onto all these things until it just grows completely out of control. And there's no stopping, you know, what it latches onto, and then it starts kind of growing. I feel like it's now pierced through, if you could see this, like, area here. It's pierced through. But it hasn't quite connected here with the heart space here. And like I said, this has to do with emotions here, okay? Not necessarily a talent of building a roof or a frame. I don't know, I'm going to like contractor work, but maybe you guys are a contractor here, or this means something to you. But this lesson is now gone through some sort of thing here. Now, this is in reverse, okay? So what we want to start to do is start to come out of any sort of state where we were in and start acknowledging here that something has not been coming together here. Something has not been unified. Something has not connected in a way here. And really look at it from the perspective of, is it because the new growth, the lessons had here is not connecting here to a heart space, you know, and it's stuck in the mind still because it's causing this anguish. So how do we take it from the mind to the heart? There's a need to figure out how to do that, how to start doing this, okay? And although the vine, kind of like I said, it has a mind of its own and it grows. Again, mind of its own, a mind. So I don't know. All I'm getting here is an energy of the vine needing to connect with heart. And that means the lessons learned here in the experiences here. They're stuck in some mental thing and it needs to be out, released from the mental into the emotional heart space. Everything this person was trying to do to resist or be shady about, or it doesn't even have to be shady, but keep under the radars, no one's going to see me sneakily getting this, right? But not really getting it in the upstanding way, and hence why the water looks completely different, okay? So it needs to come out of the way of, you know, whatever's not coming together here, that's needing to start to come together. All right, now we have 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups is having to do the work to emotionally see what satisfies us and whatever it takes to walk away, detach, do whatever it is in order to get a full understanding of what emotionally fulfills us. And sometimes we're in situations that don't emotionally fulfill us, so we leave. We go to find what does. Or we do the work internally in order to understand it and maybe return. So in reverse, we're not doing that, or we're hung up, or we're stuck. Okay, 6 of Cups, nostalgia. 8 of Cups, a situation that has been ongoing for some time. So mental thought. And so I feel like this person is having to deal with some emotional situation that needs to be resolved because they're stuck. But they might be in their head about it. And Spirit is saying what you need to start doing is start getting out of your head and start actually looking at doing this proper, which is actually walking away, however you do, to detach so you can fully connect to that emotional space. Okay, this is like actually doing the work, actually walking away to find something that does emotionally fulfill you. You know, maybe you're not a contractor. Okay, great. So then what is it that you're able to do where you actually do show up and not throw out all those whatever excuses? I think you really want to do whatever this is, but I feel like there is no movement, but then there's also this being stuck in that energy because Spirit is saying what needs to start to happen is it needs to start connecting to this heart space. How to do it is now put this in the reverse, okay? So what you need to start doing is in order to get the balance here that you want, I feel, because this guy's looking at the balance, it means a lot to go about it in some just way or to bring the balance or to keep the balance, because that ball can drop at any time, is to do it the proper way with the cups here, right? Do it the proper way with the cups. Like here's the 6 cups. She has a whole bunch in her bag here, the 5 cups. And he was, you know, he had these 2 cups. So I feel like there's a need to actually come about in an adjust and fair way. Like, however, this energy's coming forward, this energy's coming forward. Like, it's a balanced way. One's not like this and one's not like that, because then they're not working together. It's not a balanced type situation here, bringing some sort of balanced justice that will bring that emotional happiness in a balanced and just way. Okay, so I feel like this is how all the negativity will be released from whatever situation is dealing with here. Yeah, like look, black smoke, like it's like an entity being exorcised from whatever said situation. There's some dark energies here that are keeping something stuck and not bringing a balance or justice here. And I think it's how maybe both parties were engaging, you know, in their own emotions and doing what it is that they thought maybe was right here. So I see all these empty cups being weighed the same here. And I feel like this is going to exercise any negativity here from a situation to allow there to be some balance, to allow there to be some justice. This is a balance card, this is a balance card, and this is a balance card. Okay, so the outcome, I think, is important to bring balance to. I feel it is emotions here, something that touches the heart space here. So Spirit wants you to start, again, this is coming from Spirit and how this energy and these cards are laid out, to start really being aware of the fact that where are you in your mind, where there's truth here, and where have you experienced growth here, to allow there to be a connecting to heart space here with the experience, so that there isn't a resistance and a held upness here. And this is probably why I feel I'm reading for the viewer that's emotionally unsatisfied here. I feel this person is emotionally satisfying themselves with clean water here and has potentially already filled their cup or in the process of doing so. But I feel like either which way, this other person still has not got this, because I don't see any depiction here where this person has got that. I see one where it's dirty water, one where he's saying stop, don't give it, has this dirty foot in the clean water. So this to me actually is giving me really like yeah, like almost like being really having something that they want in front of them and being kind of very like almost spitting in the face of it, like dirtying the waters themselves, you know, whether they're intentionally doing it or not. It's like, yeah, like that's some shady stuff here. And again, it's that feeling I was getting to themselves, because I don't think they wanted to dirty any waters here in order to be a jerk, show up on site and say, I don't have it to be a jerk. I feel like they're doing it to themselves. It's like, here's your beautiful clean water. He could just bend down, fill up his cup, have clean water here that's come from the heavens. But instead, his dirty feet are in here now. So it's like that same feeling again, you know, and it's like still the empty cup. It's either dirty water or empty cup, dirty water, empty cup. And I feel this energy wants emotional satisfaction and happiness, and the only way to get it is to have clean water from the source here, and the source is from the heavens, is getting it in a pure way, in a just way to bring balance here to a situation, you know, to bring justice to a situation here. So this is what I'm getting for pile number 1. I hope this connected with you guys. It was a very interesting reading. I don't know that the other two are going to be this way. You could be resonating with either of these energies. I don't know, but it is heavy in your thing. So take this however you take it. And if you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. If not, then I will see you at the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. You picked the Murder of Crows Tarot. Love, love, love this deck. One of my favorite decks, as you guys know, because I say that every time I pick it. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm already an hour in, and that first pile was absolutely an interesting read. So what are we doing here, pile number 2? Well, we're going to take a look at what you should continue doing, okay, energetically. Something you're already doing. Just continue doing it, continue engaging, and then what you should stop doing. So something maybe you already know you should intuitively not engage with or release or whatever, and then what you should start doing, how you should empower yourself to do something here that Spirit is saying that you can start doing here that's going to help whatever said situation. Now, of course, use your own intuition for confirmation here. This is the energy around you, and only you know whether it is resonating or not. So we are leaning in on Spirit's advice here, not Linda's. This is message from Spirit, and I'm going to be looking at the cards. I'm going to be reading energy, and we're going to look at what you need to continue, stop, and start doing here, okay? Beautiful pile number 2. So pile number 2, beautiful pile number 2. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. the energy around you at this time. I am truly blessed and grateful for you being here. Now I'm going to ask Spirit for a clear and concise message here that I'm able to deliver and understand for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Thank you, Spirit. I am so blessed for the greatest good of pile number 2. What should they continue doing? Let's look at the continue doing. Okay, so shake out those old energies. And let's get this reading started, shall we? Okay, Spirit, what should pile number 2 continue doing? What are they doing that they need to continue doing? This could be heavy on your mind with the full moon if you're here during the blue moon, full moon energy. Okay, what do we have? Well, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the 8 of Pentacles. I feel one more here, you guys, because I kind of feel like this one wanted to come with that one. But I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm going to pull one more. We've got the 8 of Cups, 2 8s. Interesting. Okay, so this is kind of continuing from the end of pile 1, I feel. Maybe these are all stories that are intertwined. Okay, well, either which way for you guys, beautiful pile 1. 3 of Pentacles working together to build something here. I only see one person here, and they're very creative, and they're building something here. They're looking at it. They're building something here. I think you were working on something here that you, or might have been telling yourself was what you were supposed to be doing. So you're engaging and putting energy, and you're trying to make something, which I think you made something. But this guy's wearing a mask. So I feel like, and it's in reverse. So Spirit is saying to continue to understand, because I think you already understand this, if this is your pile, that you understand you invested somewhere, you worked somewhere, collaboratively, or maybe there was a creative thing that you were putting together here that I think stopped, that you're no longer doing. You're no longer energetically doing this, because I feel it wasn't speaking to the core of who you are, or you had to be someone you were not in order to engage in that. And I feel you stopped that at some point. Okay, you stopped that. So I feel like Spirit is confirming, if you did stop it, good. Continue to not invest in making crows here, whittling wood, whatever it was you were doing, because I feel like it wasn't fulfilling you in some way, or you had to be someone you were not. You have to be someone you are not in order to engage and build the crow towers. So I feel like you then took some sort of detachment from that in order to find what does emotionally fulfill you. Because if we have to wear this mask, you know, if we have to wear the mask, it wasn't fulfilling emotionally. I feel like it was just a task or just something you were doing. So you detached. Now you were working on an emotional new beginning. Maybe you didn't know what it was quite yet. Maybe you were getting synchronicities, messages, signs from the universe here as to what it was that you were supposed to be doing. And I think you were following it. So Spirit's saying continue to follow this. Okay, continue to follow this and put an energy and effort towards what that is. If it comes to you from the universe, maybe you already started doing it. I feel like some of you guys are kind of in this process right now, to be honest. Okay, and for some of you guys, it could be, like I said, a creative project, writing. It's something here that I feel something from within you might have told you at some point that you either were not ready or good enough or had it in you. Something like this, because I feel like your shadow was talking greater. And I feel like your shadow was preventing you, because again, energy, you could be sitting over here, okay? So what Spirit wants you to do is continue down the line of, do you get enjoyment, emotional fulfillment out of wearing the mask and whittling wood? Is that your passion? Does it speak to your emotions? Are you getting synchronicities, signs from the universe here to do what emotionally fulfills you? Then put an end to that and continue down that path. And if your shadow is bigger and it's fearing you from doing this, Spirit is saying it's just a shadow here, right? To continue to engage in whatever it takes here with the 8 of Pentacles. It's putting in time, energy, effort towards like continuously doing the work here. That's going to get you closer to that passion. This looks like a fireplace to me, and the fire's out. the fire's out here, and fire's all about inspiration, passion, desires, going towards what fires us up. It gives us like a reason to get inspired and out of bed in the morning here. I feel like there's a need to ignite what that is, and if we have to put in energy to search for it, then that's what we do here, and not be scared of our shadow, because I feel like you're in search of something that emotionally fulfills you. I also feel like what Spirit is saying is that the universe is on your side. The universe is pushing you with this, and so if you are seeing synchronicities, numbers, dreams, you're hearing things, you're seeing things, okay, that are in line with that thought that you have towards what it is that you think you should kind of be doing, Spirit has your back. I feel like Spirit is coming in with these messages, these synchronicities, and Spirit is also here making sure that you're seeing them, because I feel Spirit's pushing you closer towards what that passion is. Okay, so continue here with the Eight of Cups to be in pursuit, no matter what it takes, of your emotional fulfillment, because I feel you want this, and I feel it is out there. And I feel like if you engage in something like this that isn't doing it for you, it's just not going to do it for you and touch your emotional space. So there's a need to pursue and walk away and leave whatever here is not feeling in the heart space here, okay? I think there might be a need to confront something here, other people. It could just be confronting our shadow, like I said, thinking, things other people might have told us, or other people saying whatever it is that we feel we have to confront. Maybe we have to confront competition. Maybe we have to go through, like something here that might feel like it, I don't know. Sometimes when we have to leave something, we might have to confront something as well, right? But whatever it is, Spirit's saying here with the continue is continue in that pursuit, because you're going to find it. You're going to find that ninth cup, but you have to walk away from the Eight of Cups. It's whatever's not emotionally fulfilling you, okay? So right now, your Eight of Cups, you're having to acknowledge it in order to find that Ace of Cups. Now you got the 9, which is your emotional fulfillment for yourself, for your own pursuit here. And like I said, writing doesn't have to be writing so much as an expression of self-creation here that comes out in a creative way, but it's your authentic way of being. Singing, painting, art, tarot, I don't know, whatever it may be, music, something here. Okay, let's ask Spirit, what do you need to stop doing? I mean, maybe you need to stop whittling the wood, but what do we need to stop doing here, Spirit, for pile number 2? What do they need to stop doing? And if you guys follow this channel, you know I never say do this or do that or you have to do. So please don't take this as me telling you, you're going to have to do and what you need to stop to do. And this is all you using your intuition. If you're already feeling this, I mean, then this is the energy I'm picking up. It's coming from you. I'm just reading energy here, okay? I'm not saying quit your day job and go sell beads on the side of the highway, unless, of course, you want to do that and you already had those synchronicities and those messages, then yeah, go do that. But I mean, this message is for whoever here is, knowing this is for them, okay? I'm not here to ruin your life or do something here that's, again, with the 4 cards. Wow, 4s might be significant here, and 4 is all about balance and structure, stability, okay? Building that stability, and the 4th house is all about home, roots, family, self-care, emotions, foundations, femininity, mother, children, that sort of energy here, which is following our creative stuff, because the feminine energy is very creative, right? Children are creative. The femininity, we allow things to flow. There's no control. It's not in the masculine energy. It's open receptivity to creative passions here, okay? So what do we need to stop doing? Well, we have the 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands is where we're kind of having to defend ourselves and fight, and we could be fighting for the wrong cause, or feel like we're swimming upstream, doing something here. Like, look at him. He does not want to be in the farmer's field of thistles. So he's stopped and he's reviewing this. Like, is it worth it? No, it isn't worth it. So the stop is to stop doing that, to completely remove self from whittling wood, farming thistles, whatever it is. And look, the universe sitting beside you saying, what are you doing there? You're going to do another stroke here? Are you going to stroke that rake one more time? Or are you going to actually look at me and listen to me? Because I've been trying to give you what you've been praying for, what you've been asking for, because you've been asking for what does emotional fulfillment look like to me, but yet you keep picking up the rake, raking this thistle. So universe is telling you, stop it. Okay, and now look, 8 of Wands. 8, okay, interesting, because we had, so I mean, maybe saying 8, 8, 8, and 8 is all about the courage. That's the strength card in the tarot, having to go within and really look at inside ourselves. And sometimes we face our shadow self, because the shadow self is where we build up things that are within us that prevent us from reaching our full potential, because it could be beliefs we might be carrying that people have told us. And same with the 8 of Swords. That's where we're restricted, right, by a limitation that either we believe something to be true, or we're not good enough, or whatever we're carrying within us that prevents us. So I feel like the 8 is saying you got to look at some sort of shadow aspect here, okay, because there is something that you're able to move towards that is going to provide you with this infinite amount of emotional fulfillment. And interesting, usually I have things written on my hands, okay, that I feel are usually pretty tied and relevant. I don't know if you guys noticed, to the readings that I do in that day. And I do this before I even get into kind of the feeling of the reading. I do it when I'm coming up with what sort of the energy feels like. And I have this strength card. This is the infinity sign. This is the 8, okay? So I feel it's relevant to you guys, because when I'm going into so much information here, but when you do palmistry, okay, the palmistry, the first finger here is the managerial finger. It's like how we take control, okay? Obviously, depending on how long it is. Some people are made to be managers, others followers, some leaders. It's like the bossy finger, right? Where we're kind of the boss here. So we're the boss here of taking the control, facing whatever it is that we're supposed to be looking at, and be our own boss here, okay? So maybe you're the type of person that shouldn't be working for someone else, and you know it, so you're not fulfilled, and you need to take the power back and find work for yourself in some sort of way. But this is like the boss finger, okay? So yeah, the boss finger. So again, it has to do with work, has to do with, and not necessarily you have to find another work, unless of course it emotionally fulfills you. But I feel here this has to do with what you are investing your time in, day out. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is forward movement. 8 of Wands is communication, distance. It's a breakthrough here, and multiple things that might need to come together in order for there to be progress here. So we have all these crows, and in this reading, I'm reading these crows here as, well, this crow that keeps following you around is the universe trying to get your attention here. Okay, and I feel like there's all of these things that you could be doing here that the universe says, sure, you know, sure, you'd be successful, and you could go after this, and you could go after that. All of these Ace of Wands I'm seeing now, okay, Ace of Wands is that taking your power and being inspired and control of moving towards your inspiration, having that new beginning. You can have all these new beginnings in all these different areas, the universe is saying. There's so much out there you could follow here. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here, because look, we have this in reverse here. And I feel as though there is a block here, and the block here is in you having to stop feeling or stop believing that you cannot go towards any one of these things, because I feel like there's all these things that would inspire you and light this fire. Ace of Wands is that fire, that inspiration, that spark that's going to get that fireplace going here, and it is blocked at this time, and that's why things are not really moving forward here. Okay, so there's a need to remove ourselves from whatever situation feels dead end, feels stuck, feels like there's no forward progress here, and stop engaging in that sort of an energy here. We have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords, this is very quick, abrupt, passionate energy as well, because the Knight of Swords does not back down, but it's in reverse. So it's like being held back here. because we're not allowing ourselves, or situation does not allow for there to be forward movement. Like forward movement's blocked here. Fighting for a cause, not giving up, going in. Okay? Yeah, there's a need to kind of follow some sort of truth that we know to be true. But we got to grab it first. And I feel like it's stuck here. So this is coming through as the stopped energy, or to stop. Let's pull this one. Might give us more clarity. Look, Two of Cups, cohesion, balance. Something that emotionally does bring that fulfillment, where we can work with others, you know, because maybe in the situation we're in, like we have to, I don't know, work with people who aren't working with us. It's causing conflict. We need to get through something here. And this, there is this balance. There is these two coming together. And look, I was reading this universe here. It's like the universe says, yeah, like now there's cohesion. Now there's emotional fulfillment. There's a give and take. There's a flow, a natural flow here. So we need to stop putting in whatever energy, whatever time, whatever we're trying to, I don't know, do here in some sort of way, in order for us to have a breakthrough, in order for us to get things moving right now, in order for there to be movement. Because right now we're in a stuck energy, and I feel like Spirit wants the stuck energy to stop. Spirit wants whatever is going on right now energetically to stop in order for there to be a breakthrough, for there to be movement. You know? So that you can start putting in energy, because the Seven of Wands is where we start to fight for something here. Fighting for the right thing, whatever it may be, because I don't think you need to pigeonhole yourself to, I don't see one wand saying you're one passion. I think you could find different things here that passionately speak to you within that field. There's maybe a bunch of things here, and you could go down all these roads, but you need to be fighting for the right thing, you know. Then these thistles that you have to battle, and then the raking you got to do, because face it, I mean, work is work is work is work. So if somebody did what I find enjoyable, they might find it as work and find like they're raking thistles all day and not enjoy it. And I might be raking thistles, but I do what I enjoy, so it doesn't feel like that. So when you rake thistles, when you work, when you put your energy and your effort towards something you enjoy, you have to do it towards what you enjoy and move towards that. And that causes cohesion, emotional fulfillment, a flow. It's not resistance. Other people want to work with you. You could create something here with other people. Find the right partners. Find the right creative solutions. Fight for that cause. This is worth having the breakthrough, the movement, however distant you must go. Whatever obstacles you might feel coming towards you, it's worth the battle. But Spirit is saying, stop putting in energy where things are stuck and not bringing in the balance here. That's why the balance is not here, okay? So let's see what you got to start doing. Let's see what Spirit wants to communicate in the start. What does pile number 2 need to start doing energetically here? What do they need to be empowered to do here, spirits? What sort of backup are you suggesting that they start doing? Thank you. So, 10 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles in the reverse. I see this one. Oh, look, 2. That's funny. 4s might be very significant for you guys. And like I was saying, that is building that base, building that structure solid. And what's this? This is ultimately the extent of that solid base builds to a 10 of Pentacles, because this is the ultimate, you know, security. This is where we come from a 4 to build that solid structure, like the table with the 4 legs. Now we're able to stack stuff up on top of it as high as we can to build something that leaves a legacy behind, a legacy of our making. Okay, this is also, yeah, like Pentacle realm. I feel like this is something you're trying to build for yourself here. This is the letting go. This is, you know, I need to release and not hang on to something here. And we might be hanging on to, but I've been whittling wood since I was 2, or my parents say I gotta whittle wood, or You know, I'm not sure how to face my shadow to not do the whittle of the wood. And now there's a need to release something here that has you held back and limited in some sort of way. Okay, so what do we have? We have the judgment. Yeah, the awakening, the realization, okay, that we are in some sort of masked situation, because the Five of Swords could be us in some sort of deceptive energy to ourselves, because it's self-sabotage in a way where we're engaged with other people. I feel there's people here in situation. I still feel like you're having to not be yourself, and it's not working cohesively. It doesn't work for you because it doesn't emotionally fulfill you. So there you are in your untruth, with your sword of truth down, right? With your sword of truth down, wearing the mask, pretending to be someone maybe you're not, around these people, around this situation. That's conflict. And Spirit was saying, you know, there's a need to stop with the untruth and driving towards that untruth, because it's stopping you from moving. So you might be moving in the wrong direction, but it's causing a stop in your emotional fulfillment. It's like a plug. So I need to move towards the truth, to pick up the sword of truth, no matter how much confrontation you're going to be, or what you got to face here to fight for your cause. And I think your cause here is your truth. But right now it's like here you are in your mask with an untruth, dealing with people who aren't working with you. Seems like they might be working together, or maybe the situation is decent for them, but not for you. It's causing conflict here, and there's a realization. There's a realization here. So start looking at your situation for what it is, being honest, okay, with ourselves, and acknowledging here what's not working for us, releasing a sense of security we might have in the situation, something we're hanging on to as the security because it's the comfort zone. If I release this, then I won't have income. That sounds very valid to me. But then we don't trust in ourselves and the universe, because the universe is beside you, maybe giving you synchronicity, saying, trust us, trust us, trust us. You know, and you're like, oh, but if I let go, then I can't pay my bill. And I mean, that's the matrix thing, right? And what spirituality is, trusting in the divine to feed us what we need. But when we come from that lack mindset, that's all we see. We see that we don't trust in the universe and ourselves to be able to bring in what we need when we need it. The universe is saying it's time, pile number 2, to release that mindset. And that's how you're going to build your 10, because you might always be stuck in this 4 of Pentacles, and this is the false emperor. Okay, thinks he's an emperor. He's sitting here with his 4 pentacles. That's a far away from a 10, and this is why we're emotionally unfulfilled. And I'm not saying the pentacles is the ultimate goal here, you know, the house and the car and the... But pentacles can mean wealth to you, building what you leave behind for your children, your family, your soul family, if you want to work with you in this environment, the people you're supposed to work with and meet. But right now I feel like you're not with them. It's not happening with the right partners, the right people, the right cohesion. It's now all some sort of way you got to be that you don't want to be. All right, this is what I see. Pile number 2. I hope this made sense for you. I loved your reading, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, beautiful pile number 3. I am so thrilled to do your reading. You picked the Shuffle Tarot. I love this deck so much. So much, because it goes so in depth. Now, pile 1 was insane and it took forever. Pile 2 is also insane, but didn't take forever. So I don't know how long your reading is going to be. And as you can tell, if you've been here before, I don't stop until we get the answers we need. Okay, I don't fall short of what it is that I feel does justice to your reading. So what are we looking at? Well, we're looking at what Spirit is wanting you to continue to engage with energetically. Okay, what do you need to continue doing? Continue putting and pouring your investment here of time or energy or effort or whatever energy you're involved with. What does the universe, Spirit, tell you to stop? Stop engaging in whatever it is that you might be doing or might be considering, contemplating, removing yourself, detaching yourself, or just energetically cut ties from whatever this is. And then what the universe, Spirit, wants you to start doing. Where should you get empowered? What should you start to pick up here energetically that's going to align you to your higher truth, greater truth, better happiness, or I guess more in line with happiness and what that means to you. So again, this isn't my advice. This is coming from the cards energetically, what's around you from Spirit. So only you can use your intuition to tell if this is something that is applicable to you or not. Do not take what I say as what it is, if it doesn't feel right, if you aren't in tune with intuition to confirm this is your pile, don't take what I say here. It should feel right. You should already be getting some sort of feeling here from the universe that this is going to confirm to you. Beautiful pile number 3. Okay, so let us start. I will ask Spirit here for clear and concise message here for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. For the greatest and highest good, what should pile number 3 continue doing? What should they continue investing in energetically here? And pile number 3, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your beautiful energy and the energy around you at this time. I will ask that Spirit protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. Thank you so much, Spirit. I am truly blessed. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I am truly blessed. So lots of cards here I wasn't intending to pull, but let us see what we have in the continue. So the Lovers with the Judgment here. Okay, this is the Shuffle Tarot. So always layered messages here. Lovers all about choice. And the Judgment's all about reviewing situations here in order to get real. It's like being reborn here. We're at a pivotal point where we have a choice to make a decision. And when we're at the Justice, the next card's the World, where we conclude some sort of cycle here. Okay, and we make the decision to enter a new cycle, to do something different than we have in the past. Or when we're at this point, we can choose to reset and go back to a Fool and repeat another cycle. This could have to do with a partnership, because we do see the 2 here. I see the masculine energy here. Looks pretty tired and pretty relaxed. And I see the feminine here kind of playing the flute here. She seems a little bit more creative, maybe more, yeah, like in a sort of more, I don't know, more awake, I guess, if you will. But she has horns. She looks a little devilish. And he seems to be under the spell of the devil. He seems to be under the spell of the devil here. Or Pan. She looks like Pan, playing the flute, leading some sort of thing here. Okay, this is interesting. We have one tree here, all full of abundance, all full of fruit. You have another tree here that's set on fire, the choice. There's the fire tree, and then there's the abundant tree here. So, pile number 3, there's a choice to be made here when it comes to a relationship here. And I don't know if you're falling in here or here, but someone might feel as though they're under some sort of control. And someone here might feel as though they're controlling their own future here, because someone's just checked right out. So, that's what I got here for pile number 3 with this one card here. So continue. I think the continuation here, I mean, we're still going to see what this is, but it's like there's a choice in front of you. Beautiful pile number 3. It is brought by the universe. Both the Judgment and the Lovers are major arcana. This isn't something you can control, okay? And I know I was getting to the kind of topic of destiny versus free will. It's like the universe is going to put in front of you what it puts in front of you. You have asked for whatever this experience is, okay? You can use your free will to make the decisions here, but the grand scheme of things is that you're going to be put in situations here that are going to represent or be presented to you, and you get to choose. You're at that point. So I don't think at this point there's a message here what you're supposed to continue doing, more so as there needs to be an acknowledgement here that's aligned with truth, because this wasn't in reverse. So it's like we're not seeing something, and we haven't not chosen a direction here. There's a choice, and there's a need to be honest. And when we be honest, we have to remove ego and see things for what they are. We have to be very honest, okay? And if our ego gets in the way, and ego, I feel as though, now I got to explain, this isn't arrogance or we're too good or too cocky. No, ego could be as simple as, I'm not going to respond to this person. And I'm not responding to this person because I have a fear of being rejected if I respond and they come back to me with something I don't like. That's ego. because there's a fear there, and that comes from ego. Okay, or whatever. It could be very subtle here, okay? Because we might want control of a situation here. We might do something here in a subtle way that we feel is protecting us, or in the best outcome for us to have a control, or to push something, guide something towards what we want. That is ego, my friend. So remove all that. Be very objective. There's some sort of truth where we need to remove ego. We need to be honest. And maybe it's just as honest as one choice is a burning tree, and my other choice is a fruitful, abundant apple tree. What do I want? The burning tree, because it might be exciting. Fire is all about passion. Fire is desire. But what happens with fire is it fizzles out. And this tree, once the fire is out, there is nothing abundant to be regrown here. There's no fruit. This choice has fruit. It has abundance. It's not burnt. It might not be as fun. Maybe it's a little more boring here. I don't know. What's the truth? Only you know the truth. Is one on fire and fun, but isn't fruitful? And one is boring and fruitful and can sustain something here? There's a need to get clear. Clarity is coming to you. Do you feel like you're in control and under some sort of controlled environment here? Or is it a confusion or perception here? I don't know. Are you trying to control someone else who wants to just be at peace here? Who is at peace? Who might not have made a decision because they'd rather sit here in the nakedness. I don't know. Looks like a heroin addict, to be honest. I don't know where that came from, but what are we trying to do? Wake up the dead? Wake up someone who's in a coma state? Coma state with our music to get whatever this dude is to go down a path here? I don't know. What are we doing here? Okay, so we have continue. There's a need to hear the trumpets blowing. So here we have the 9 of Wands, depicted as the 9 of Pentacles here. Scene of the 9 of Pentacles. So 9 of Wands is building a wall, a defensive type wall here that could be quite a feeble wall because we're very exhausted. This wall isn't quite built yet. There could be a contemplation of building said wall, defending ourselves because there was pain, but I don't feel like this person has got dirty at all. This person took their glove off. The 9 of Pentacles is where we are in our own sort of security. We can stand on our own. This is like the bachelor single person who is okay being kind of in their own doing. Okay, because they are able to be kind of on their own. They feel successful, but they might have a loneliness here because they're kind of alone. The wall is not built, and we see the 2 wands on the floor, and 2 of wands is having to make a decision, having to make a choice. So I feel this energy coming through. I don't want to call him the heroin addict, but that's kind of what's coming through here. I don't know. This dude, the relaxed dude, I feel is coming through in this energy. And he's distracted here by birds, which means other people, which means distractions, which could mean heroin and addictions. Again, not severe. That's how the message is coming through. Still, the wall is to protect self. That's why we build walls, because we've been in pain. This wall is not a very good wall here because it hasn't been built yet. And he's distracted here. Not building a wall and not choosing which way. Focused on something that doesn't really matter at this time. Because I think what's happening is the horns are blowing saying, okay, are you going to build what you're supposed to build then? Then get building it. Or the trumpet says, if you don't want to build it, then you got to face this decision here, which way you want to go. But neither's being done, and this intention is looking at something here that I feel doesn't really matter so much. Now, there's something here about removing the glove. Removing the glove to feel something. Because we feel the feet here of this bird more so. And what are we feeling? We're feeling pain. Because this bird has talons, and look, this guy's hand's bleeding, which I never noticed. But the bird can't remove her glove. This dude removed his glove so he could feel pain with something that doesn't matter. And he's distracting himself with this pain instead of, okay, build the house, build the wall, build the security, build the stability, build the defenses you need to against whatever you felt you needed to, but you're not doing that. And you're also not making the decision, the choice. Whatever the universe is blowing its horn to you, you're kind of pretending you don't hear it. You're kind of pretending something else is what matters most in this moment. And what matters most is you feeling something here, even if it's pain. And that is pain. Okay, well, we got continue. So this is pretty interesting. Let's keep going. 10 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Pile number 3. Who are you? 10 of Swords is painful. This is the ending, okay? But look, 3 swords in the back. That's heartache. That's separation. Separation, heartache happens when something is over. When we got stabbed in the back with a whole bunch of swords, but we still got 3 in us. We had to deal with some sort of heartbreak. And this is the scene of the 10 of Wands, which is a burden. It's so heavy to carry. We can't know more because it's too much for us to do alone. This is the alone card. This is, you know, the 10 of Wands is the alone card as well, because we need help. We can't carry it no more. It's like where we need to stop and put the wands down and say, can you carry this share? Or acknowledge, I cannot, so I need to go get a cart here. Or acknowledge, I got 3 swords in my back here, so I got to deal with this so I can carry on with this, because maybe I got to carry on with this, right? I got to carry on with whatever I was moving forward with. Now, interesting, when we remove the 3 of swords here, which is pain, he's carrying a 7 of swords. The 7 of swords is deception, but it's self-deceit. We lie to self. We do sneaky, shady things that aren't in line with our higher good. We steal swords in the night. We're not honest. We don't communicate. We are under the radar. We're not clear with our intentions. We slight other people. Maybe we're doing that all unintentionally in a way, because we're self-sabotaging, but it's causing pain. Maybe this is blood of another, right? The blood of another we're carrying now, and it's so heavy because we might have sneakily or deceptively stabbed someone else here, and now we're leaving with the swords because something's ended, right? So at a certain point, we gotta leave. The situation's over, and how do we feel about it? We feel like shit. We feel 3 of swords. Lots of pain coming through this card. Pile number 3. This could be energy around you, okay? I don't know, again, which you are here. I don't know which you are here. Let's see. Okay, I'm getting a thing here. This person, I feel like they, with the blonde hair standing out to me, there is something about this person knowing with the judgment that whatever they did was some sort of shady, deceptive behavior, not in the greatest good, and that it caused them pain. There's an understanding. They hear the horns. Now, it doesn't prevent the pain here. There's 3 swords in this person's back. They're suffering heartbreak. There's a heavy burden here, okay? Let's see, what do we got to continue doing, Spirit? What is this about? Okay, the Hierophant in reverse. Well, this is the Emperor, and the Emperor has removed his armor. And he's sitting kind of zen-like. And the Hierophant is all about this greater level of understanding. It's like our ideology of what we believe to be true for ourselves and our life or values. In the reverse, somebody rebelling, somebody not maybe in their greatest understanding of their own truth here. Maybe so much in their ideology where it causes conflict here, or rebelling against tradition, rebelling against something here. But the Emperor, this is divine masculine energy. Gemini, Taurus, Aries coming through for those of you guys who need signs. So he's taken his armor, and look, he's took his glove off. There's something about removing, yeah, and he still hasn't built the wall. So all these things that could build some sort of protection here, the wall, the armor, the glove that protects. It's like this person has been shedding or no longer has that protection thing. Still there's some sort of distraction here. And here this guy looks like Zen and at peace trying to meditate, but it is in reverse. Not quite sure what I'm getting from this so much yet. Let's see. Well, what do we see? The Three of Swords, but it's the Three of Cups. Okay, so the scene of the Three of Swords is here and here. That's a lot of pain, my friend. There's lots of pain going on here. Now, if this is not your pain, someone's feeling pain. Three of Cups is reconciliation, coming together, opening heart space, filling our cup up, being able to be open with others to celebrate the joys of life and have fun. Nothing fun about this rainstorm. It looks cloudy, it looks painful, and it looks like somebody is filling their cup up with their own pain, and that's how they're filling themselves up. And this is not clean, nice, heavenly water here. But they need to fill a cup. I mean, you can't not fill a cup here. But how they're going about it is very painful. The only way they know how to fill their cup up is through the pains. Meanwhile, the rain, I mean, maybe the person could fill their cup up with the rainwater here, which would be better than that, but it's too stormy. It's too stormy, too confusing out there. We don't know. So we continue to, I don't know, like allow, so I was going to say feed the pain, but we're not really feeding the pain. It's more like the pain that we get allows us to fill our cup. So therefore we must inflict it, because, I mean, it's human nature that we fill our own cup. People are social beings. They want love. They want to be accepted. They want to connect with other people here. And if they're unable to, they still need to get that from something. And what do they get it from? They're getting it from pains of their heart, from being self-deceptive. Then it causes pain, and then they could feel something, right? They feel something here, and they fill their cup up. But what they're feeling here is painful. It's not the proper feeling, but they're really wanting to connect with that feeling. I feel like the big message here is there's a need to continue being honest with a situation. The first card was the kicker here, has the most significant, and what we asked was, what do you continue with? You have to continue with truth. You have to continue with an awareness and see a situation for what it is. And like I said, this is reviewing everything, even the painful parts here, and being honest with ourselves in order to make the right decision. One will be fleeting, one will be abundant, and it's apparently obvious. And I think it's obvious to you, but you haven't made the judgment. And like I said, if you make the judgment and choose the tree that's all burnt, you choose the fool, you've chosen the path, you live that whole lesson all over again to end up here again. And then you do it all over again and you end up here again. Or do you listen to the horn, the trumpet, the blowing sounds of this awakening, and finally choose this, whatever this is to you? I feel like it's in some sort of a partnership here, but it could be anything, really. Okay, we might feel like we're controlled or led by someone who maybe we feel has bad intentions, or we don't want to be controlled by this divine feminine or this person playing this, but somebody's luring you maybe. Maybe, again, all these clouds, confusion. Now my phone. I'll be right back. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's twice now my phone ringing. Telemarketer. But I felt the sadness in my heart here, okay? I felt a sadness in my heart here in this situation here. Somebody feels really stuck. But I think they see it, but they keep choosing to inflict pain within themselves, and they know better here. It might just be very, I don't know, just it stemmed from something here, okay? So there's a need to make a new decision here. I don't know why it came through as a heroin addict, but I think somebody's facing some sort of an addiction or something that's got them feeling like they're on heroin. Because all addictions will make you feel this way, where you have no control. I don't know. I mean, I haven't done heroin, but I'm just saying, like, there is this feeling like you are literally addicted to whatever that is, in which is causing you pain. Could be anything. And you're distracting yourself with this thing. But you can acknowledge here you need to be loved and accepted for who you are. Hierophant in reverse. I still feel I'm not really connecting with what this is. Like, are we just believing a way of life? Have we been so rebelled against what we were taught that we're kind of doing something completely different here, although it's not aligned with what we know to be our higher truth? I don't know, but Spirit's message very loud. This horn I hear blowing very loudly. There's a realization you're having here, and the fact that this is in the upright, I really feel like you see it, but it's what you do, what you choose to do, that's going to free you from pain here. And you might not believe it. You might want to feel the immediate pain for some reason. I don't know. You're doing something to yourself here. Pile number 3. Let's look at what you need to stop doing. I mean, I don't know I want to see anymore here. But let's look. Spirits, you're hitting me hard here. What does pile number 3 need to stop doing here? What does pile number 3 need to stop doing for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3? Pile 3, what do we have? Well, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. In the scene of the 6 of Pentacles. 6 is balance. 6 is about health, you guys. Habits. Work habits, analytical services. Lilies, experience, sensuality, peace. 5 cups is not a good feeling. It's feeling sadness. And we have 1 cup up here, which is the self-love cup to bring peace. This person is investing in something here that causes sadness, regret, remorse. It's very sad here. The situations that we look back on in sadness here, feeding that situation energetically. When there is 1 cup here that brings peace, and the 1 cup, like I always say, the Ace of Cups is about self-love, self-peace. Find peace within self-love here. This person doesn't know how because it's in the clouds. There's lots of confusion in finding that, and I find it's coming from the universe. It's in reverse because I think Spirit's saying, stop doing this. Get out of this state of feeding this and acknowledge that there is a cup here that you could fill, and that's choosing things different. That's choosing the abundant tree. That's not choosing this immediate thing that maybe fires us up in some way, the addiction. Okay, 9 of Swords. Pile number 3, 9 of Swords in the 9 of Wands depiction. Interesting because it's right under the 9 of Wands scene. So, 2 9s, like I said, the wall, right? So, 9 of Swords is anxiety. Nine of Swords is my mental health card, is where we can't eat, sleep, or think straight because we're riddled with stress and anxiety here. Thoughts, pain situations. And the Nine of Wands, like I already described, is that wounded warrior building a wall to be protected. This wall is swords, so no one can come through this wall. This wall is very sturdy compared to this wall, because who's going to be able to remove this without getting hurt? And who's going to be able to go through the cracks here without getting cut? And this person's ready to come down, chop down whoever comes through his wall. And this person isn't even injured at all. And in the Nine of Wands, it's the wounded warrior who's gone through a battle. This person is not battled. It's just the same energy. I'm getting two things. I'm getting the energy I was reading up above here. Building some sort of wall. Building some sort of wall, but failing. What are you saying, Spirit? Okay, sorry guys. I'm getting, but failing to erect the wall here. The type of wall I think this person was trying to build here was to prevent further pains, but I feel like this person didn't build the wall for a reason. Just give me a second. Okay, sorry, someone was at the door. So, trying to pick up what this energy is here. I feel another energy here. There's a worried energy here. It's already come down with the sword. I feel there is someone is worried and anxious here to come down with the sword of truth. Is really guarded up. And I feel like your energy as the viewer, which could certainly be this energy here, is what I get, but I don't know. Only you know. Can't find a way through this wall without hurting themselves to get to, I don't know, understanding a higher truth with someone else here. Because if they try going through there, they're going to get hurt. If they try to remove it, they're going to get hurt, unless they're freaking 10 feet tall or something here. But either which way, there's going to be pain in order to get through the wall so that they can face some sort of truth here with someone else. And this other someone else is very concerned that they have to cause more pain to someone who I feel they already know is in pain. But they're doing whatever it takes to protect themselves, because if this person who causes this type of pain to themselves steps foot in this wall that this person's built, this person's going to come down with their sword. I don't think they want to at all. I think this person's really concerned. But they have their sword ready to go. The sword that's going to cause pain because it's a truth or something they have to do, something they have to say, because they know that it has to be done if this person steps foot in this wall. Because I think this person is not willing to experience pain. This person isn't willing to go down and look like this. So they're on guard here. And there's an anxiety, anticipation that this broken person is going to come in here and cause threat. So this person has to be prepared with the truth, to do what's truthful, to say what's truthful. But I don't think they want to, because I think they feel if they do this, it's going to cause more pain to this person, although they're prepared to. And in order for this person to get here, to get the truth, they're going to have to cut themselves further somehow, some way, or they feel they will. We're looking at the stop. Okay, so let's keep going. We have the Knight of Cups in reverse with the Hermit. The Hermit. The Hermit's all about introspection, being able to go within and see truths and be guided by what's true and honorable to us, by our inner knowing. And the Knight of Cups is offering love. It's how we show emotion. It's how we extend from within us our own love, our own emotions towards another. Something's blocked here with the Knight of Cups. I feel we have part story here. I'm picking two more cards here to see what we need to stop doing. I don't know what energy you're resonating so much with, but this story is getting quite long here, but let's see. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, spirits, oh my goodness, the story, you guys. The Sun and the Judgment coming out again. I'm not surprised to see this Devil in the Judgment. Okay, so something's stopped here. There's like a greater knowing, and there's like an overabundance amount of love here. There's definitely a lot of love. Look, this cup is completely overflowing here. So there's an acknowledgement of love, but there's a stop in the movement. And I think there's a stop here because someone has this wall and someone's feeding a situation here that's not self-love. Intuitively, I feel someone here is very sad, looking at what the right thing here they're supposed to be doing here. The intuition with the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles, which is, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles does what's right. She focuses on stability herself. Look how sad she looks. This is the same energy. I feel there's somebody here who intuitively knows that they are supposed to be focused on what they're supposed to be doing to bring in a sense of stability behind this fence. And I feel that this person is looking at a situation here with sadness because it is the truth. We have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, and some Scorpio energy coming through. Look at behind this person is the Sun and the Hermit. This is very interesting. The Hermit was on the horse. The Hermit was needing to follow what the Hermit knew to be true to them, but it was stopped. The Hermit is here, looking at the guiding light. The Sun is the most powerful card in the tarot because it is happiness and joy, and it's coming from source, a true place, true overabundant love here. There's an understanding here. Look at the beautiful sunflowers. And this is behind what the Queen of Pentacles is not seeing. But I feel like it's the same energy. Behind and in front. I feel like this energy, you guys, if you're resonating with this Queen of Pentacles, there's somebody here suffering, and I think you know it. And I think you've been trying to help, trying to guide. But who are you to guide? You're not God. You're not source. No matter how enlightened you are, universe is the only thing that's going to wake up this person. You can only control yourself. And is your tree, you know, you have a choice. Are you going to pick the tree that's burning? Or are you going to pick the abundant tree that you know is going to give you abundance here and actually produce fruit? Or are you going to sit here and play tunes and help try healing someone who's out of it and not doing anything here? Because you're going down here in this ship. I think you need to stop being concerned here or guarded or protected and focus on something here that is abundant because this person is unable to express themselves, their emotions, move forward in some way. Although maybe intuitively you know that this person inside was guided to you for a reason, or that they feel a certain way about you. I think there is no doubt about it. But if somebody's in this condition, they don't love themselves. They're feeding an addiction. They're feeding some sadness here. And it's like you're here trying to breathe some life and sense into someone here, but you're not needed. God and source is needed. The sun, the source, the awareness is needed here, so this person can either decide. You need to choose for you. You can't stay here. And you have sadness because I know it's hard to leave this situation or someone in this state that you love. Okay, and look, I feel like this person uses you as their guiding light. And the divine feminine's role is to bring the divine masculine closer to God. Just as the divine masculine brings the divine feminine closer to her God, her source, spirits. She gets intuition. She gets closer to spirit. She connects with spirit more than ever before by meeting her divine masculine. And now her role is just to be herself. And this energy creates enlightenment here, okay? Now, everyone has free will and a choice. And what will this hermit do? I feel very wise hermit. I think he's led by her power, by her light. Her being his inspiration here. Her strength. Might walk him out of this pain. I feel he's behind her. So she shouldn't be stopped. Because it's not what's best for her. And now she needs to face a judgment. So, divine masculine's facing judgment. Because he's the only one who can choose whether he wants to stay in this state. Like I said. Okay, but now she needs to make a choice. And is she stuck in some sort of devil energy as well? Which is also, like I said, an addiction could be anything. And if she's addicted to this person being some sort of thing for her, then she remains stuck. She can't acknowledge a truth that needs to be acknowledged in order for her to have a rising, an awareness, an awakening. And the awakening is she needs to find her abundance without him. Whether he's there or not there, I feel he's there, or at least he's kind of guided by her in spirit. So she might not want to see that she needs to face this devil, which is her own, illusions here of she believes something to be true and it's a devil. It's holding her back. The devil is an illusion, you guys, because it how do we engage with it? Evil energy is real and addictions can cause real pain if we don't call it out and see it for what it is. Shine the light on the devil. This is tying back. This is so interesting. I don't know if all my readings are now going to tie back to the zodiacs here that I read, but that message I got from Spirit where I was doing the zodiac readings and Spirit was saying all the readings were interconnected. I feel like my readings now are really interconnected to that same energy I was picking up in the zodiac reading, and I feel this was for Cancer, I believe. Shine the light on that devil. And I think she's scared or worried if she uses the truth that she knows, it's going to cause pain to this person. And she doesn't want to. And maybe she knows she can come down. And it's not that you're intentionally causing pain, but let me tell you, folks, if this person comes through that, you need to be honest, because you're not telling this person to go, to go do. This card fell out, the Page of Wands. We'll see if that comes out again, but Yeah, I think you're anticipating and you're kind of not wanting to, but there's a need here to face the truth and to call a devil and shine the light on the devil and see the devil for what it is. And I'm not saying your person is the devil, but how you're dancing with the devil here, engaged with the devil, is not helping you. And your contentment is right there, right behind you. Okay, and I feel it's difficult because when we're intuitive, we intuitively can feel that this person is a good person. We feel the love. Like, look at this love. I've never seen such an overflowing cup of love here, but it's blocked. And it's blocked because this person needs to come into their judgment. You can't do that for this person, and you can't hang around here until they do. You cannot. I mean, if you do, then you're suffering too. So don't wait around here. You know, your wall is already guarded as hell. Your wall actually, okay, so now I get the message here and the stop. If I'm reading for the Divine Feminine here, you have a wall here that's going to hurt this person. Okay, either which way you cut it, you have a wall there. And I'm not saying you're guarded in a way that you're intentionally doing it, but whatever, even if you're open as hell, whatever this person needs to do to get to you, okay, because you're open, you're loving, whatever energy field you have around you is going to cause pain to this person because they have to face a pain to get to you. Okay, whether this might not even be your wall, but in order to get to you, this person has to remove that sword and cut their hand or go through it and cut their body. Either which way, it's going to cause pain to them because they might have to detach from something here, give up their addiction. That's painful, but to get to you, that's the truth. To get to you is going to come with pain, and they don't want to make that choice because at first it does feel like pain. When you first don't do your heroin, it's going to be painful. When you first, acknowledge something, it's painful. You got to stop the bleeding, though. I'm talking about this person has to stop the bleeding here, but I feel like they don't understand that in order for them to get the proper 3 of Cups, to get that self-love. That 3 of Cups is opening that heart space up in order to be open with anyone, not necessarily just this connection here, with people in general. There has to be facing the pain, and it might hurt, but once we're on the other side, we get faced with the truth, and that's going to hurt. So, Divine Feminine, judgment, need to look at the devil, need to shine the devil, call the devil for what it is. You have the truth, you have the sword. Why do you not come down with it if this devil shows up? First of all, don't even be waiting there. I feel like you're stuck here. I feel like you're stuck, anticipating, waiting, not using the truths you know. There's an intuition telling you to do something. Here you're stopped, you're sitting, you're waiting. When Spirit's saying you have abundance here, you don't need to have the 1 pentacle. I mean, you have a whole fruit tree here. Okay, so stop. Let's look at start. What does, I don't know if I'm reading for 2 people here. This was giving me very heavy Divine Masculine what he's going through. And maybe this is so the Divine Feminine can understand here what's going on. Let's look at what you need to start doing. Pile number 3. What do you need to start doing? Well, we have the 8 of Cups, Page of Cups, and that is in the Temperance in reverse. 5 of Pentacles. Let's see if 3 is enough. I don't think so, but so start doing. What does 8 of Cups mean? 8 of Cups is walking away from what's not emotionally fulfilling deep down, and this isn't emotionally fulfilling, clearly painful as hell. And this isn't emotionally fulfilling because it's stopped and it seems very guarded and stuck. So, both parties, what emotionally fulfills them here? Because there's something here that's going to be the right choice. It's going to be the right cup here out of all the cups here and all the choices. And there might be a broken cup here because I feel there's an experience that caused pain. And this energy, this is the Fool, I believe. The Fool has to take a chance in some way to have a new beginning here. And what I said was, where do we go from Judgment, folks? Back to Fool if we choose the same thing? Or do we go to World? And I feel like what Spirit is saying here is there's a need to take a risk on something different and new that's aligned with the right cup. And the right cup, because it's 1 cup here that he's holding, is this cup of self. To choose self. Okay, and you could say, oh, my divine masculine is choosing himself. No, he's not. If he chose himself and he loved himself and he was feeding his own self cup, he'd be over here. The divine masculine is choosing to hurt himself, to feel pain, to be deceptive, to keep swords in his back, to feed himself blood instead of heavenly water. That's not choosing self. Choosing self is giving oneself love. So there's a need to be fool. I can risk. What does self-love look like? Choose the cup that is self. And guess what, divine feminine, you're in the same state. You're also at the point of judgment. Are you going to see the devil for what it is? That you've got someone here that's constantly choosing this behavior. I know it's painful. It's choosing this behavior over choosing you. Like, that doesn't mean you're below this, whatever this thing is that this person's using as a distraction. And they might think it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. They might even have told you that. Great. Enjoy your addiction. Enjoy your distraction, you know, if that's how you feel, because deep down, if they were thinking clearly from not a pained place, they would see clear. And when they're seeing clear, the clear truth of the matter inside themselves, when they go deep down and do the work, is this star, and that's pointing right to you. All right. Divine feminine, deep reading here. But yeah, do the work here. Eight of Pentacles, put the energy, the effort into your own self-love. Take that risk of looking at self. What will it take here? And so I feel as though there is a block in that, because the Page of Cups is the beginning of opening heart space here, the beginning of healing. Temperance is all about healing. It's all about being able to take a situation here and how do we alchemize it best for ourselves. Like, look, he has the broken cup here. The angel has the broken cup. He's filling a gold cup here. So it's like, yeah, I think you experienced, I just said I think you experienced the broken cup here in this situation, either which side you're on, that side or that side. So somehow that broken cup, now you got to salvage what's left of you, of whatever the situation is, and fill this one cup, this golden cup, because there's a future here that I feel you're having to heal yourself and bring some sort of balance. And how you do that is opening heart space in a genuine, innocent way with this Page of Cups. Okay, does the person owe you an apology? Possibly. Do you owe maybe this person an apology? Maybe you feel you do, because you maybe had to lay some sort of boundary truth that was maybe very harsh when someone was down. You know, last thing you want to do is kick someone when they're down. But I don't know, like, what happened here? Something about an apology. And look, this Five of Pentacles is being out in the cold, where we feel left out. And I feel like neither party wants to feel left out and broken. More broken pieces. Picking up broken pieces. Look, broken pieces, broken cup, a broken church window here. Like, can we build on this brokenness? I don't know. Someone's still in this energy. Okay? Someone's still in this pretending, ignoring, not wanting. Everyone else working together, picking up the pieces, making something beautiful again. And here's someone not engaged. Not engaged. Distracted, pretending it doesn't exist. Okay? And eventually this window is going to be built. And this person is going to, I don't know, maybe stay in this state forever. I don't know. And if they stay in that state forever, I mean, their next life, they're definitely going to experience whatever karmas, whatever energy needs to balance out. That's what this is. Okay, that's why we believe in karmas and things like that, because energy has to balance out. It is science. You can't have something heavily charged and lopsided. Eventually it finds a way to balance itself out. So that's why we do things in the highest good. Things balance out. Okay, so whatever's going to happen to this person is definitely meant to happen to them. The universe is saying here, the universe has control, not the divine feminine who's tooting a flute here. God, heaven, energy, source, whatever you believe in here. Okay, so that's who's calling the shots here. And I feel like divine feminine, there's a need to start putting this window back together, the beautiful lights. No matter how, you know, bandaged up here it's going to look. But you can do it with the help of others who have gone through similar things. Your community, your other friends. You know, if we're waiting around here and only focused on what's going on here, we don't see we have beautiful people who are willing to help elevate us, help escalate us to be the best version of ourselves here, so we can put the pieces back together that might have fell apart here with these two people. Because I feel she has a sense of accountability to take too. And I'm not saying she broke her own window, but how many times maybe has this window broke? Maybe several times. Look, it's all patched up here, kind of as something that, you know, might have been broken before and she stuck around and got broken again. I don't know. Like, something's broke here. All these cups, maybe all these attempts. Okay? And finally, one attempt too many and something broke. Still wasn't the gold cup, still wasn't the gold cup, still wasn't the gold cup, you know, and something broke. And now it's time to focus on putting the energy and the effort in balancing, healing self, putting the pieces back together. That's what you need to start doing here, divine feminine. Okay, and if you're the divine masculine, do you want to be oblivious here to what's going on? Because you see it, you're just pretending you don't see it. And what does that mean? It means you're only lying to yourself, causing more of this. You're being Seven of Swords by pretending as though, you know, you're not interested here. You're trying to convince people, deceive them in a way by telling them that by you not engaging, you don't care, or whatever. You're deceiving yourself more than anybody here. It's causing more of this. And it's also causing pain in the people around you. If they still care, if they're still interested, they might at a certain point not feel this pain, because at a certain point they're healed and they've brought balance to themselves. So you standing there as like a sulky kid, they're not going to care. Their window's built and they're working with their community, with the people that matter, and you're going to be here like a little kid saying, where's my Christmas present? Well, I don't know, everyone's opening their Christmas presents and happy, and here you are in this energy. And then you say, well, it's fine, I'll get my own Christmas present. Yeah, well, how does that taste? Not very good. Now, see, again, don't kick someone when they're down, but I'm going to tell you, I'm this person with the sword of truth, so I'm going to tell you exactly as it is here, and that's what's coming through. So what do you need to start doing? Well, and this was like this, what you need to start doing, invest in self, take that chance on yourself, okay? Recognize devils for what they are. Devils could be distractions, unhealthy things, our own attitudes, our inability to move on, to call someone what they are, to face the truth, to look at judgment, to close out a cycle and start anew with people who are willing to help us, people who make us feel good, people who push us out of feeling shitty. If it feels not good, it's not good to be around that person, period. If it feels like these people are actually helping us, they're actually helping. They're on their knees helping us. They're lifting us up. They're holding things for us. They're caring. They see that we're broken in some way, or they help where we are broken to make us feel better. Now that's the energy we want. Despite our environment, what's going on outside, they're still there, being honest and helpful and making us feel good. Not this. Okay? Beautiful pile 3. That's what I have for you. Long reading. I love you guys very much. If you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. Bye.